going on, geeks? If you're subscribed to me, if you watch my videos a lot, you know that I talk a lot about video games and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I do, geeky stuff like that. Maybe I might talk about, this and that, whatever. But I am pretty geek about sports. College football is big for me. And the national championship that just happened, spoiler alert, Alabama has won. They have defeated handily the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They didn't fight too much last night. It was a 42-14 romp of them, and they're undefeated. People are like, whatever like that. So the FCC has won 7 national championships in a row. And I wanted to talk about, because on Twitter you see a lot of people bad-mouthing this SEC, saying, oh, Alabama didn't win it for the SEC, they won it for them. Why are people all talking about the SEC? I'm sorry, I forgot the part where these teams represent a conference. I mean, I understand that they represent themselves. The Crimson Tide are playing for Tuscaloosa. They're playing for Alabama. But they're also a part of an elite group. It's called the SEC. The SEC is a family. It's a conference of teams that play hard and know how to play football. I mean, of course, they're going to lose games. My team, the Florida Gators, we played Louisville. We got beat. The game felt like we got beat more than 10 points, but we only got beat by 10 points by a very good by a very good Louisville team, coached by Charlie Strong, who was a defensive coordinator for the Gators for multiple years. He won some championships there. I mean, come on. So he's an SEC guy. He knows about SEC football. He knows how to have an SEC team. But anyways, why are people being little bitches? I understand. They complain because the SEC, everybody talks about the SEC. Don't blame the SEC. Blame ESPN. ESPN talks about the SEC. The SEC's not like boasting it. They're not putting up commercials saying, we're better than you. ESPN is saying that they're better than you, better than your conferences. So don't blame the SEC. Don't get upset. But I understand it. I'm a Dolphin fan. I hate the Patriots. Is that because the Patriots are pieces of shit and they doing like they're killing kids or something? No, it's because they beat the Dolphins all the time. That's why I hate them. So that's why you hate the SEC. One, because ESPN talks about them ad nauseum, and that's just the way it is. You hate the SEC because of that, and you hate the SEC fans. Whatever. Our teams win, okay? They won national championships. Okay, so last 7 years, an SEC team's won. Alabama's won 3 of them. Florida has won 2 of them. And then you had LSU and you have Auburn. Great teams. I'm sorry. The SEC is dominant. Okay, yes, they've had a little bit of a down year. I don't think it's a down year. I think that all the other teams are starting to rise to the level of SEC. Maybe we should all let them into the SEC. I don't know. But don't be little babies, all right? The SEC's really good. They play really, really good. I mean, it's just such a tough conference. Oh, some of the teams don't play out of conference. Whatever! They play really good teams in conference. I'm sorry that we don't have bad teams like the Big Ten or the Pac-10's on the rise, but the Big 12, they don't have good teams. We don't play Big East style teams all the time. I mean, Notre Dame had issues with average teams. The Alabama, if they had issues against above average to very good teams. I'm sorry, but the SEC is better. The other conferences are coming up. I'm not a fanboy for the SEC. I know I'm part of the SEC. That's my mindset. I went to University of Florida. That's my thing. But I mean, we're just getting it done. The SEC has been getting it done. That's the bottom line. So you can comment, subscribe, whatever. I don't want this to be a big flame war. I'm not saying that the other conferences are terrible, whatever like that. It's just the SEC is the best right now. And it looks like on the horizon, maybe the SEC is not going to be the best. I mean, other teams are coming up. Other conferences are coming up, Ohio State is a very looming team up there. They went 12-0 this season. I understand they had some issues with the sanctions and stuff like that. They can't go to a bowl game, but they are a really good team, even though Urban Meyer is a punk who left Florida because he's a little bitch. And he was like, oh, my heart problems. Oh, Ohio State, that's not just doing a good job. Whatever. I'm sorry. So Tebow left. So he left. That's all I know. His boy Tebow's gone, and now he left. And again, with this SEC thing, about you guys talking shit about the SEC, and you hate the SEC because of ESPN, you hate Tebow because of the same thing, because ESPN talks about him constantly, and they have it in memos and stuff. no matter what you're talking about, talk more Tebow. Because people hate it. Or they love it. Either way, I'm a big Tebow supporter. I think he got no love with the Jets because the Jets don't know how the fuck to run a goddamn team. I wanted him to come to the Dolphins. I don't care if we lost every game. At least Tebow's there. But anyways, that's just me being weird. But hopefully he goes to Jacksonville. I've told my manager at my work, I said, listen, Tebow goes to Jacksonville, they'll increase by, let's say, 3 to 4 wins. Bam! They won 2. I think they won 2 this year. That's 6. That's an increase, baby. Tebow time. But anyways, don't hate the SEC because they win championships. You know, whatever. So comment, subscribe, like, whatever. See you guys later. Happy New Year, guys. Sincerely.